Hi, Rick. For those who are unaware, can you tell us a little bit about Consolo and what your company is focusing on at the moment?
Yeah, hi, Justin. So Consolo has been established since 2015, and those in the market that know me will remember that I've been an independent consultant since about 2007. So the idea of creating a consultancy dedicated to securities finance was born. I wanted to be a bit bigger than what I was, which was a one-man independent company, and we've succeeded in doing that in the last few years. I took on a partner and several associates, and we're focused on delivering business transformation and project management speciality to established businesses within the securities finance industry. So we've had a degree of success in that field over the last 5 years, and we continue to grow where possible.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the CPD Certified Training and how this is progressing at the moment?
In our capacity as business transformation and project delivery specialists, we saw a growing need amongst our clients to educate their staff, some of their junior members and perhaps some of their associates outside of the immediate department around securities finance. So we had quite a bit of success in delivering in-house training for these clients. And in trying to expand that product, we decided that we needed something tangible other than our time. So the idea of the Training Academy was born in October last year. And we wanted to add some much needed credibility to it. So we joined the CPD, which is the company that specialises in the Certificate of Continuing Professional Development. And they are the standard for training globally. So for those companies who subscribe to them and require that accreditation to give some much needed kudos to the quality of training, they are the go-to association. So we're very pleased to be members of those. We believe that it strengthens our product, and to be a CPD accredited member and have your training accredited, there's no high praise in the industry. So we believe that our product now has the gold standard when we deliver it.
Where is the industry in regards to SFTR? Now it's just gone live in July.
Yeah.
Did the delay make things easier?
Well, I think it's important to say that when the delay was implemented at the start of the COVID lockdown, you'll remember the work that the various trade associations did. So there was the joint venture with the ICMA and with ISLA to lobby ESMA and the policymakers to say that the COVID-19 lockdown would create a lot of trouble for their membership. Successful in receiving a response. And it wasn't a personal response, but it felt like one in many ways, because the timing meant it was in direct relation to the letter that was sent by the association. So when they delayed it for a further 3 months, they collapsed phase one that was due to go live in April. You remember that was the day after the Easter weekend, and they consumed it into the July, which was back then the phase two. So phase one and phase two have now gone together. So it was considered a gift. Many of the participants that we were speaking to were struggling with system development and the business transformation for that. So the 3 months gave the participants some much needed extra time to for go live readiness. And I think most people were grateful for it.
What are the biggest problems clients are having to deal with at the moment?
Well, it's been just over a week since go live. I'm hearing mixed messages from our contacts in the market. I think the biggest issue at the moment was, in reference to the last point I made, was individual companies' readiness for go live. So we heard of varying degrees of that. A lot of the tier one banks were better financed and resourced. So of course, I think they were ready. Some small and more bespoke companies aren't. So a lot of people, I think, were late in starting their reporting. And where there was reporting, I think the quality of data was always going to be confused. There was going to be a lot of mismatching on the data fields. And the reports that we're getting back is that the completion of that is around sub 10%. So I don't think the matching rates are very high at the moment. I think they were initially very high in the first days, and people were excited, and as the week went on, they dropped right down. So, there's still some outstanding issues for SFTR. you recall the work that Consolo did with ISLA, and some of the issues that we had outstanding with the members there were quite confusing. There was the conundrum about contractual or actual settlement date for the return legs, and the policymakers rather late in the timeline delivered their preferred best practice, which went against the grain of what we had decided collectively as an industry. So in light of that update, I think many participants were unable to implement those changes before go live. And in fact, what we're hearing is that some of the participants will never be ready for that due to system limitations and compliance and legal issues internally. So there is a divide there. And I guess the problem in that respect is if you have counterparts with different opinions about how they can or will deliver, then that will affect matching rates going forward. But I think the known issues around LEI distributions and the UTI distributions, there was always going to be an issue for the lenders. You recall that their entrant into SFTR reporting is October this year. They're a phase 3 participants. But to enable the phase 1 and phase 2 participants to be actively reporting them compliantly, they had the minimum data provision. So of course, where they're trading under an agent lender construct, for example, if they have any difficulty in providing the beneficial owner breakdown, then of course the borrower can't report compliantly on the back of that. So there was always going to be an issue around that as well.
Moving forwards, what next after SFTR?
For me, I think my focus, like a lot of companies at the moment, this the COVID lockdown or the furlough has given a lot of companies a long time and to take a good long hard look at themselves. So I think a lot of people are addressing their models to seeing if it works going forward. We're no different. This has given me some much needed time to focus on the inner workings, and recently we've been focusing our attention to developing the training academy. So we're quite excited about that. We've seen a steady uptick from client participation on the online training. We now have expanded our suite of offering there. So we're looking to laterally spread across prime services. So we're going to start venturing outside of securities finance. We're taking on new trainers and subject matter experts to apply. And so we have several different tutors now, and a lot of our training is now online and on demand. So we initially started the Zoom conference training, which was highly successful. We were able to offer that in several time zones so that we could hit North America, mainland Europe, and APAC. And we had a surprising take up from those places further afield. So in light of that, and just to give us some broader reach, we're now doing this as an on-demand set of courses. And we're very excited about the future. We think that there's a real need for it, and people are definitely buying into the accreditation. So I think the decision to take that on was important. And our focus firmly remains with that for the foreseeable future.
Thank you, Rick. We wish you and Consolo all the best for the future.
Yeah, and to you, Justin. I look forward to getting back in the city and seeing some friendly faces. Hopefully we look forward to your symposium if that's able to go ahead this year. We missed it during the lockdown as well. So wish you all the success in the future, mate, and I'm sure we'll see you very soon.